To put it simply, value theory is the study of things that we value. This includes aesthetics, or matters of art, of beauty and taste, and it also includes ethics, or matters of morality. In aesthetics, we might ask questions like, should we value or appreciate some forms of art more than others? And we also might ask questions like, where do we draw the line between paying homage to another artist and downright copying someone else's work? In ethics, which is what we're going to focus on, we want to know the answer to questions like, what is good? What is right? How should we act? You know from your reading that there are competing theories that go about answering this question differently. How should we act? The three main theories in ethical thought are virtue ethics, deontology, and consequentialism. So these are the three competing theories. Sometimes they'll agree on what the moral behavior is or what a moral act is in a given situation, but they'll disagree on why that behavior or why that action is moral. So for example, if you're walking across a bridge over a small pond and you see a child drowning who you can save at no risk to yourself or to others, all three theories would tell you, go ahead and save that kid. That's the moral, that's the right thing to do. But they'll differ on why you should save the kid. So the virtue ethicist would say, you should save the drowning kid because that's what a virtuous person would do in this situation. Whereas the deontologist would say, you should save the kid because you have a duty to help other people when you can. And the consequentialist would say, you should save the kid because that's the action that would result in the best consequences or the best overall outcome. So in this situation, all three theories agree on what a moral act is, but they disagree on why that action is moral. So we want to know what's the best ethical theory, and the way that we can try to figure this out is to see if we can come up with any counterexample to these theories. So can we come up with any situation in which one of these theories, if we follow it all the way out, would actually compel us to do something immoral? So can you think of a situation in which one or more of these situations, or one or more of these theories, if you follow out all of their guidelines or their rules, would actually result in you committing immoral behavior? So what we've just done in trying to come up with a counterexample, of which there are many, and I look forward to reading your guys' responses, what we've done in trying to come up with a counterexample is we've actually devised a thought experiment or a hypothetical situation that helps us test a theory. So thought experiments are one way that we try to see if a theory in any part of philosophy, not just ethics, not just value theory, if a theory works the way that it's supposed to. We come up with thought experiments to say, okay, but what about in this situation? Would it work then? So we've just come up with some thought experiments. We've just said, okay, what about in this situation? Would consequentialism still hold? Would deontology still hold? There's a really famous thought experiment in philosophy known as the trolley problem. And some of you might have actually heard of the trolley problem before. Instead of me going into detail, I'm going to turn this over to a moral philosophy professor, Chidi Anagonye. It's a former moral philosophy professor from St. John's University in Sydney, Australia. So he's going to go into some detail about what the trolley problem is.